Let's add some storefront glazing. We'll do that at level 1. And I'll zoom in here a little bit and grab our wall tool, architectural, and we'll go down to storefront. And I'll just start drawing here. We kind of want it to set back a little bit, so I'm just gonna kind of arbitrarily pull this back a little and go ahead and draw our first piece. And it's facing in the wrong direction. Once again, that idea of the glazing being closest toward the front of the building. And so what I'm going to do is try to select the whole thing, hit the space bar to flip it over. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that in a 3D view. And it's a little, it's not perfect. Obviously, you can manipulate by creating a custom shape. How many divided lights there are, how many mullions they are, and what they look like. But they do line up pretty well with being centered on the column. So I'm gonna leave that as it is, and let's just copy it over. So from this view, I can just grab the tab until I can select it, and then grab the copy tool and make a couple of multiple copies of it. Whoops. Let's just undo that one. And I'll try again. I think I tab until I get the whole window. And, also what we should have, and I'll just grab all those windows in a minute. I should have made sure that they weren't kind of peeking up underneath the cornice that we have here. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and select the storefront, and then I'll right click and select all instances. That's all 4 of them. And instead of just going up to level 2, I want them to have an offset of -1 foot. So you can see how they're up a little high. So we're going to do that -1 foot, and I'll click apply. And now if we were to zoom in here, you can see how we have our trim at the very top of that. And so I think that's a pretty smart looking elevation. One of the things that aggravates me a little bit about the view is I've got this little bit of peeking through of our sweeps. So I think the easy hack to that would be to come up to this level. Excuse me, I wanted to go to maybe like level 3 where I can actually grab the wall. I'm going to grab the wall and then zoom in here and just pull this a little bit short. Not too short. We'll see what that looks like. Because this would actually be flipping around a corner, or it might actually be exposed. So I'm just going to zoom way in here, and all I'm doing is just trying to hold these a little bit short of the 3D view. So now we still have some brick. We don't have those poking through like that. So I think that looks pretty good. So we'll look at putting this down a little presentation sheet for submittal next.